Y'all gonna not get out? You guys were famous the other day and now you're criminals getting out.
You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. Got robot issues. Had cows out that I'll throw in further into this video. Yeah, cows were out. Heifers. So, but I got something going on the one robot. Let me show you what it is. So it's foaming up in the teacup cleaner. I figured all this rod here snapped off. No, took that out, that's okay. And what that does is actually opens and closes vacuum to the teat cleaner. So it's the canister that does that. But this valve up here, even when it's on, it's not opening enough. So I don't know if I got a rip diaphragm in there, but we'll check it out. So what was going on was this cup here is the teat cleaner and it wasn't pulling any vacuum back to it. So it was just foaming everywhere. Not ideal. Alrighty, we'll pop these apart and see what actually is going on in there. Don't mind the messy workbench. This is the barn's workbench. I guess there is a table behind me, but I figured this was the easiest way because I can put you up on the metal and we'll get a good angle of what's going on. Ooh, full of water. Rip diaphragm. What do you guys think? Yeah, it shouldn't be full of water. Yeah, that shouldn't be full of water. I can tell you that. Yeah, I don't see anything too crazy. I don't think it's ripped. Oh, gotta have something wrong with it. We'll find out. The fact that there was water in there really makes me feel like there's a rip somewhere in that, or it was leaking by or something. Because the only way water gets in there is when it's teat cleaning or washing and it pulls the vacuum through it. So the amount of water, but I cannot see a rip in this at all. Unless it was coming through the middle, like it was wore out enough. I don't think I was getting that seal in there nicely, because now I believe it works properly. We'll see if the cow comes in. Then we'll put all the panels back on. Come on, girl. Sorry, I've been keeping you guys waiting. It's extremely hot, so let's see. So before it was foaming out of here, it was spraying. So now it's pulling everything back, going into this canister. Then when it's done, it drains out the bottom. So then it will back flush that hose. It'll go on to milking. And there goes the solution. That's not a little bit of pre-milk, but mostly foam solution. Well, it foams up, that's why it gets all, looks like a lot. So we're good here. Well, I was just about done with doing chores. It's Saturday morning the 7th and was organizing everything. Went to go get in my van and leave, and we got a phone call that our heifers are out. So little rodeo, I guess, time for us, and never a good thing. They were doing rock wall work and messing with the fences and stuff like that, so I don't know if that's part of it or if the cows just got nosy and pushed a post. But we'll jump across town and we will go see what's going on. There's all red Corvettes. I guess that one's would that be copper? I know there's a technical name. This is all the pasture ground. I don't see them out down there. So if you remember, we were just chopping over here. couldn't really find anything till, well, this whole section's down, broken. They pulled the staples out of it and yanked it. Much better now. So we used barbed wire because, well, that's what was here. And we did fence in this pasture over here, or we did do the side over here because they ripped it out this spring to clean it up. So this landowner, he's had it for, I don't know if this is the third season. I think it's the second season that he's owned it, and we've used this for pasture. It's got to get clipped. So, but this is what we fenced this spring, and it looks pretty good. But a lot of it is, it's just been here since long before us. So previous owner had a few beef cows and he grazed them out here. But yeah, it's getting a little short on grass. There's still some grass here, so I'm not worried yet. But we do got to clip it, clean it up. I don't know if this is going to be one that we disc this fall and we seed it, or what we're doing. But that's some of the talk. Yanko's been trying to swim in the little pond here, so he's going to be soaking wet. Yeah, so they're trying to beat the heat. They're in the shade. Y'all gonna knock it out? You guys were famous the other day, and now you're criminals getting out, right? That was easy enough. I figured we'd show up, they'd be in the road, they'd be in the woods. Usually when heifers get out, they act a little crazy, and they work as a group and adventure. So pretty easy. They came right up to the front. The owner of the property was like, yeah, they were just standing in the garden. So they opened the gate, must have put them right back in, and we just went back and fixed that barbed wire fence. So pasture, as much as people say, oh, it's great, it's a tool. That ground we'd never farm. It's wet, it's rocky. It would be a struggle to grow anything there. That's why pasture ground is pasture ground, because it's challenging to grow stuff on. It will grow grass, but harvesting it, challenge, because you smash off rocks or you can't till it, things like that. So I did say we were thinking about disking it and seeding it so it has something better there. But pasture's not free, and it's not the perfect solution. I know people say they like seeing cows on pasture. I do too, but when it's rainy, hot, muggy, yeah, hot's the big thing. Cows can't sweat, so they kind of pack together and they make a mess, and that's the thing. So in like the barn, we got our fans and everything else like that. We'd love to have more of that, but it's all part of the environment, and it is nice being able to utilize that pasture. I think there's 10 animals over there, and they'll be over there for a few months, and they eat that. At home, we rotate in and out dry cows and pregnant heifers, and mostly do as a tool, physical activity. So cows on pasture are very healthy and they walk a lot, things like that. So transitioning cows through, that's always a good plus to have that ability. But, alrighty, sorry I couldn't give you guys a rodeo, but I'll check back with you when I get back into work this afternoon. Back to little pasture maintenance. So these cows have been on here for 5 days maybe. We pulled off a number of cows. There's still a lot of feed out there, but the next one is bigger and ready, well, close to ready. So when they finish up here, they'll graze this laneway, and then they'll go on to the next pasture. What we're gonna do today is rotary mow out here because they just came off it. It actually looks pretty clean. So the point of rotary mowing is like trimming down these weeds so they don't drastically spread. It's pretty much pasture maintenance. It is pasture maintenance. So every time they come off, rotary mow, get either fertilizer or manure on. So this week I'll haul manure on here, keep it growing for August. It's been really good. Our pasture, it's been raining, so our pastures haven't dried up at all. They do got some fly pressure, and we tried to figure something out that would work, but nature of the beast, right? What'd you do to your ear? You scratch it on something? Doesn't look like it hurts. Probably got into the bushes or something itching. But yeah, what's pasture life like? You loving it? So we really got to split this one in half. That was the plan for this year, and we just haven't got around to it. Maybe this fall, so that we have 4 pastures. This is all muddy here because, well, the water sits here and it's a shallow or a spot. We should drain it out some more. Then the cows all hang out over here when the water's here. Here it's not as bad, but they're not in this pasture as long usually. So if we split it up and we had one there, we'd put the water on the corner and then a pasture here, probably even it out more. Alrighty, better open this up so I can get in here. Ooh, that is wet. Almost lost my boot. Wow. Yeah, they came off this 5 days ago. We kicked them to the next one. Still a good amount of growth in here, but we're trying to knock down anything that's a weed, keep it growing, like stuff like this, keep it well maintained. There's a lot of mushrooms this year just because of how wet it's been. I do see the fences down a little bit. So the biggest reason why is like stuff like this. This is wetter ground, the cows pick through it, they don't eat that. So if we didn't come in and clean this up after they were off, that would just continue to grow and just look worse and worse. And there's weeds that are toxic to cows. So if by accident they eat something or on purpose they eat something and it kills them, that's always awkward. So yeah, a lot of things that go on pasture that people just think you put the cows out and everything's good, it's efficient, this and that. If you're pasturing on like the open range, yeah, but you don't have the growth like we do usually. So it definitely, situations it's okay. There was some comments like, why don't you, do your cows go outside of the barn? The milk cows. Milk cows stay in the barn. We do not have a land base that we could take 120 cows and kick them outside and not have it a mud hole after day 3 of it. So that's the big thing. If you have plenty of like hilly land, rocky land, that's usually the stuff that people put their cows out to graze on. But otherwise, it's way more efficient to get a good crop off of it, take it, have it fermented, be able to control it, everything else, than it is to have cows actually grazing. So I'm sure somebody's going to say, no, it's cheaper on the cow side. There's a lot of things that you got to factor in. And we don't have enough land to pasture cows aggressively. So I think I say that every time when I'm either working pasture, we're moving cows or mowing or stuff like that. But I do like the look of cows on pasture, as long as it hasn't been raining all year and they're not covered in mud. So, it has been raining here, and there's some times, like these calves that are right behind me, they love to go in the mud. It's just how cows are, how animals are really. So there has been times where they're a little more muddy, but overall our sandy soil allows us to do it. Plus there is a little like pool down in the corner of this field. The cows go and stand in it. It's where we tried to dig rocks up once, and yeah, the rock was too big to dig up, so we just left it there. Nice quick rotary mow in the afternoon. It's 4:30 already. I had big hopes I was going to do a lot of things today, and the day just got away. That is the nature of the beast of farming. I really hope that I can get the 7520 running, or get it closer to running tomorrow. That is my plan. I got that and the hay heads I really want to work on. But that is a big thing. Gotta get tires for the Mac, so I gotta call on those this week. Gotta work on the rake. Yeah, no shortage of stuff to do, but it's looking like somebody's lawn. Dang. Well, we're cleaned up here. I just gotta wait for my sister and I'll mow The freaking geese are in the yard. Uh-oh. I cannot believe the geese are sitting in the yard. Usually, I guess they're moving some manure. That got pressure washed. The 7320's been running really, really well. So we had that issue with the connection. We'll get close. See if we can get them. Have you seen the geese? Go get them. They're going right back? No. Yep. Are they gonna land in the pasture? I can't believe they were sitting in the yard. Yeah, I might be testing my luck today. It's a little wet down in here. So this used to be a pond, like, I don't know, 70 years ago. And they actually filled some of those silos. There was more silos, and they filled in this side and they dug the pond on the other side of this house. At some point I'll have to fly the drone and give an over the view top tour. That would be good, actually. Give it an overview tour of what goes on here and what everything is. Yeah? We'll have to do that. But so they filled this in, and it used to be a pond, so when it does get wet, it floods. And this is my sister's horse's play area. I don't know. It's not really a paddock. It's not a pasture area. We'll call it an area. Oh, we're gonna get a little wet right here. Yeah, it's a little wet down in here. I don't know how deep that is. But then we got our calves, and then we got the pasture that we just mowed. That's looking killer. It looks great. Usually pasture's burnt out by now and tired, and we gotta be pulling some cows off, and that stuff just looks healthy. Alrighty, I'll finish this up. Hopefully I won't get stuck. If I do, I'll either edit it out and make us look like superheroes, or ooh, we are in the water. I don't think we're gonna get stuck. Still gotta do this little hill, and then I'll jump out of here and I will be done. I mixed my feed for the day. Turned out to be an okay day. Hopefully tomorrow's good. I think we got a load of hay coming, which I'm not really sure why, but I believe that's what the deal is still. I guess it's gonna help us stretch some haylage as we transition after I run out of the pile I'm feeding right now. So I guess it will be good. We'll see, but hey, appreciate you guys watching, liking, subscribing, being part of all this. Not every day is a wild, entertaining day, but the fruit of my labor for the day looks clean. The heifers are back in. They're not getting out. And this muddy hole is looking okay. So, appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on the next video.